Right, so that is the garden in October. Right, let's just pop this down here. Right. Oops. So yes, I've been trying to repair Matthew's mallet, but I'm not very good with using dowels. Anyway, garden. One of the things I wanted to do in the garden was get colour. Didn't really succeed this year. What I have done is when I cut back that winter suite, I realised the fence needed repainting. So at least I got a bit of colour in. Colour's meant to be summer damson, but probably needs another coat. But I think it lines it up a bit. Oh, we've got two kittens, a cat, mummy cat there with more white on her, and Max, who's her son, who we're keeping. He's there. They're both quite cute. Right, so that, as I say, I hope cutting back the winter suite will allow me to grow more things there. I've got a Japanese anemone there, but yeah, I've got lots of daffodils and bulbs. So if I look a bit further down the garden, this is this great big Cotoneaster, which I know produces a lot of shade, but it does have an awful lot of lovely red berries, and so I'm going to keep that and just try and grow things underneath it. Right, so just wandering down the garden. There we are. It should be. Ooh. Right, so just wandering down the garden. There's the Cotoneaster. There we are. Lots of berries. Birds eat it from the top down. Underneath, we've got a few things growing, but it is quite shaded. So again, I'll need to improve the soil and be planting in the spring, I think. Box, yes, we've got a box here. We did have the box caterpillar come back. I've sprayed it once. I should have done it in the spring. I ought to do it before the winter, but the trouble is, as you get older, you tend to think of things rather than do them. But perhaps that's the same for all of us. That's my mulberry, which is say we've got a few berries on, but they came off. But at least we've got some mulberry, so we know it is a mulberry tree. The caravan moved down the garden. In the winter, it'll come up nearer the house. Now, the big task, I think, for possibly this month and next month, is trying to enlarge the vegetable garden. We had we had a first try with vegetable garden here. Got some runner beans still, and lots of runner bean there. These runner beans are netted in to try and keep animals off it. But so a little bit there. But where those tree stumps are, all that area around there, I'm going to try and dig out and have a slightly bigger vegetable plot. Stephen likes growing vegetables. The raised bed, which I did over there, really wasn't a success. I mean, I think the fairly obvious reason is that it's very shaded, and I've come to realise that plants need good soil, which we didn't have, and they need water, but they also need more sunshine. And because a lot of the trees have grown up, we haven't. I've had too much shade, but you know, one gets better every time. Hopefully, it's work in progress. This is a few apples that we've got in a sort of orchard down the bottom. They're quite tasty, actually. Right, so I just go back up the house. One of the things, the main little project is digging out a vegetable garden. That's the big plan this year. But the other thing with the extension, which is this sort of tower where Janine's in the upper bit and the kitchen's in the lower bit, that has a very and yes, I'm quite pleased with my banana. That'll have to come in before the first frost, but that's in a pot. You can see the leaves sticking up over the box. But this side this side has really long roof, which I think could do with solar. And my view is that that you can get energy, if you can get power, that's equivalent to money, really. Money is interchangeable into energy, and energy into money. So if one can save money on one's energy bills, it's probably a good idea. You can sell it back to the grid, that's great. So one of the thoughts, had thought about another buy-to-let, but one other option is possibly putting up really good solar and batteries and considerably reducing my energy costs. Anyway, it's a thought. This going on this sort of diagonal border, the cistus there, this hollyhock, I'm going to try and, it's got a purpley leaf, pretty much over, but it's quite a nice hollyhock. I'm going to try and keep the seeds. Some of the gardening club might want some of those seeds, but the trouble is we've had so much rain that they're all a bit, they haven't really set seeds. They're sort of green rather than brown and black. Here I've got an agapanthus. I think it's an agapanthus. There, it's blue. It's absolutely brilliant. Again, I'm going to try and keep the seeds from that and try and grow them on. Yeah, we've got a few plants in there. Got some dahlias. They didn't do really well. I think probably, again, not enough light, and probably soil isn't good enough. Conker tree up here, Mark's conker tree, he planted when he was 3 or maybe 4. That's grown up big. So, oh, and there's Daisy the cat. She does tend to follow me around when I'm gardening. So anyway, that's the garden in October. The other thing, yes, I was going to do video previously, but with the grass really needed cutting. It's amazing how much better, whoops, there's the kitten, faster than me. It's amazing how much better the garden looks once the grass is cut. I had ideas of making great big holes in the grass, but I think it's probably just walking around with a device, that one over there, that makes holes, and ideally one should then fill it up with sand, but I'm not sure I'll get round to that. So this was Stephen's tomatoes. We did quite well with tomatoes. Now it's October, they're pretty much finished, but we had, yeah, they are finished. But we had some nice tomatoes, so that was good. Right, so this is the place where we sit. My daughter Anna is coming. When is she coming? Next weekend, probably. If it's warm and dry enough, then that's where we sit out. And as I say, it's a nice view here with all the trees, Mark's conker tree and this. Not quite sure what they are, but other trees. And there's the Cotoneaster. Right, so cheers. So I will try and do a video in a month, in November, when the banana and the orange and the lemon. There's a lemon just down here somewhere. Oops, that's a lemon. It's got a few little lemons on it. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but it does have some lemons. So the lemon and the orange, and 1 or 2 of the other tender ones will come in. Not quite sure when I'm collecting seeds, but I'll sow them pretty early indoors and see how we can get on. We've got a plant sale in, I think, April, so we want lots of little plants that we can sell in April, so I need to sow things fairly early and try and get some stuff that the garden club can use. Right, so cheers everybody, hope to see you all in November. I suppose by then it'll either be just before or just after the American election. I'm definitely for Kamala Harris. Then again, I'm a liberal, so I suppose that's what I would be. But yeah, we live in interesting times. Cheers everybody. Bye.